Hi everyone, thank you for taking the time to attend this webinar. I'm Seema Jethani and I'm a product manager at LinkedIn. Prior to LinkedIn, I have worked at eBay, IBM, Dow, and a couple of startups. Over my career, I have worked on a variety of products: B2B data center management products, cloud infrastructure management products, databases, search platforms, and search end user products. Today, I will talk about one of the more challenging roles in platform product management. A quick disclaimer: opinions are my own and do not represent those of my current or past employers. With that, let's dive in. Before we go into more detail about platform product management, it will be helpful to set context around platform products. A platform is a product that you use to build other products. It provides solutions to problems or features that are common to multiple products, thereby making it easier to build these products. Some other ways that I have found people talk about platforms is: platform is common infrastructure that you build products on. Platforms are structures that allow multiple products to be built within the same technical framework. Platforms make it easier to solve a problem that is common to multiple businesses or products. What about classification? There are a variety of different ways to classify platforms. I prefer this method chosen by HBR, where platforms can be classified into either innovation platforms or transaction platforms. Innovation platforms enable third-party firms to add complementary products and services to a core product or technology. Think Google Android, Apple iPhone operating system, Amazon Web Services, Roblox, the game development platform. Transaction platforms, on the other hand, enable exchange of information, goods, or services. Think Amazon Marketplace, Airbnb, Uber, etc. Ultimately, the core value that a platform delivers dictates how you design the platform and the go-to-market strategy. Consider Roblox. Their vision is to build a multiverse where billions of people from around the world will come to Roblox to do stuff together, not just to play games, but also experience other social interactions, for example, virtual concerts. The design choices they make for the platform will need to ensure that this vision can be executed, and the go-to-market strategy will need to account for target audiences intended for the platform, which for them not only includes children, but also grown-ups. Now, what about the difference between solution PMs or feature PMs versus platform PMs? Building solutions for end users is quite different from building the core system capabilities leverageable across different product needs. Solution PM, responsible for defining the end user solutions that the products will offer. Platform PM focuses on the core system capabilities that the product will leverage. Let's talk about the stakeholders for a platform product manager. A platform has three very different types of stakeholders: either external businesses or internal product teams that choose to use the platform to build their solution, the developers that work for these teams and they write the software using the platform services, and then last but not least, the end users who leverage these products built on the platform and ultimately use the platform services. Each of these three stakeholders brings very different needs and requirements, but you can't be a successful platform without meeting the key needs across all three. The partner product teams are concerned with business viability, their viability if they use your services, and your viability in case you go out of business or discontinue support for the platform. They care about your pricing, licensing, quality, support, availability, among other factors. The developers, on the other hand, are looking for services that make it easy for them to quickly create products which are maintainable, reliable. They can use the languages, tools that they are used to, and are able to build on the infrastructure and devices that they need to deliver the products on. End users, they care mainly about the end result. If the feature and services that they want aren't there or don't work in the way that is easy for them, they won't buy that product, which means that the partner fails, which means that ultimately you lose a customer and eventually could fail too. What are some of the challenges of building platform products that platform PMs face? So what makes it challenging is that a platform product manager must envision the solution that will power the solution of the other product managers that will build their products on the platform. It is easy to prioritize the needs of the developer because they are the most vocal stakeholders. However, even though platform product managers do not directly interact with the end user, they must prioritize the needs of the end user over the other stakeholders in order for the platform to be successful. This is because ultimately the end users decide whether the products can be built on the platform are useful for them. Now let's go back to the Roblox example, right? If no one wanted to play the games that can be built on the Roblox platform, Roblox wouldn't be successful. However, the games built on it today are played by over half the children under the age of 16 in the United States. On the plus side, as a platform product manager, you get to work with a variety of different teams. But that also means saying no to a lot of teams and partners in order to effectively prioritize and ensure that the platform can achieve its cross-product vision rather than solve problems for a single product. Effective communication and negotiation skills must be called upon several times a day. Ultimately, the platforms are built through successful relationships between the platform team and its stakeholders. Another key challenge is appropriately balancing short-term wins versus long-term platform investments. A quick win could end up creating tech debt that hurts the platform and its partners over time. Adding capabilities that narrowly serve a single use case or do not account for scale or additional extensions that will be needed over time is an example of this. Building platform requires long-term planning with an eye towards a successful platform that serves as a foundation for several businesses. Hence, the prioritization framework must additionally account for longevity. Every change introduced to the platform must ensure backward compatibility. Something as small as introducing a new required field in the data model without a default value can break our partner's applications. All applications based on previous versions must continue to work until everyone using the platform has had sufficient time to migrate. So why does this all matter? When you get platform products right, you can get economies of scale. It helps to pay the development cost once and leverage several times over. 20 million games a year are produced using Roblox Studio. The most popular games on Roblox have over 10 million active players each. As of August of last year, at least 20 games have been played more than 1 billion times and at least 5,000 have been played more than 1 million times. That's enormous scale. After incurring the development cost once and optimizing operation, the platform unlocks new use cases and enables rapid value creation. Rather than each team reinventing the wheel, platform users are able to focus their effort on differentiating features for their products and iterate faster. So some of the features available in Roblox Studio out of the box are camera, terrain, billboard, buildings, foliage, walls, players, lighting, themes, sound, chat. Developers using Roblox Studio do not need to worry about developing these features and can focus on what makes their games unique. Users also benefit from the consistency of features versus each product providing them the same capability in different ways. Chat in one game works the same in another, so players do not need to learn how to use chat in each game. Now let's talk about the key skills needed in this role. You do need core product management skills, but also need to keep in mind a few other things. You should be able to answer what comes first, the chicken or the egg in the context of a platform. Do you build a platform first, or do you build a product first that solves a particular user need first and then platformize? The answer depends on whether you know and can envision that you will have more than one use case that will onboard on the platform. A platform with a single use case is not really a platform. The same applies to new features that you build on an existing platform. A feature that will be used by a single customer should not be built on the platform. It's necessary to avoid bloat in these cases. Platform PMs also need to obsess over how to effectively communicate what their product does in a way that lets users integrate with it easily. They need to set expectations with multiple different stakeholders and oftentimes negotiate priorities and discuss trade-offs. Platform PMs are in charge of creating functionality that spans multiple product lines. They need to understand the large strategic vision well enough to make short-term and long-term trade-offs across these different products. They will sometimes have to make unpopular decisions that may hurt a single product line, but make all the products that are built on the platform better over time. And last but not the least, they must be extra cautious about protecting against cases of misuse by either ignorance, poor development, or purposeful abuse. It is very important to maintain trust in the platform at all times. But now that we have talked about skills needed, let's talk about how we can measure success. As a platform product manager, oftentimes you find yourself in the background, ensuring that the business is running smoothly. A feature released without appropriate safeguards can impact multiple products, serving millions of users in a matter of seconds, and can materially impact business revenue. Thus, availability, reliability, and performance end up being the core metrics you live by. Once you have reliable, available, and performant platform, it becomes easy to attract more and more users. The number of use cases that a platform can support, how quickly these use cases can be onboarded, are the next set of core metrics to evaluate. On the qualitative side, it is important to understand how satisfied the users are of the platform for the continued investment in maintaining and growing the platform. After all, without users, you have no product. So, what can you achieve if you're successful? The world's most valuable public companies are built on digital platforms that bring together two or more actors and grow through network effects. These 7 companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Alibaba, Tencent, all of them are platform businesses. But you also have a lot of failures. A study by HBR analyzed 250 platforms and identified key themes around mispricing, trust, competition, and market timing. In order for a platform to be successful, it is important to get the business model right. Pricing the platform such that you can create network effects is important. You can see this with Sidecar's failure compared to Uber and Lyft. Platforms also require two more parties who may not know each other to connect. Therefore, building trust is essential. This is typically done through rating systems, reviews, appropriate payment mechanisms that work in the specific market you're operating in, or insurance. In the absence of trust, you're expecting the people who are using the platform to make a leap of faith. One example of a failure where the company didn't pay attention to building trust was eBay in China. eBay used PayPal, which users in China were not familiar with and trusted, which caused eBay to fail compared to Alibaba, which used an escrow payment model and only released payment where the user was satisfied. Some of the classic failures include staying ahead of competition, which BlackBerry failed to do compared to Apple iPhone, Google Android, and timing the market appropriately, which Microsoft failed to do with entering consumer smartphone businesses 5 years after Apple and 3 years after Google. This meant that these businesses did not recover in these markets. There are two excellent resources that you can leverage for more information on this topic and platform business models in general, which I have linked here. An article by HBR, a study of more than 250 platforms, reveals why most fail, and a book by Gusmano, Goyer, and Yoffe, The Business of Platform Strategy in the Age of Digital Competition, Innovation, and Power. I want to leave you with a quote from Marty Kagan. One of the most difficult but highest leverage types of product management is to define successful platforms. With platforms, you have the opportunity to simultaneously see a variety of different products come to life that solve many different user problems, something that you cannot see with other types of products. This is a role in which I have developed multiple core skills and lasting relationships. It is also the role in which I have built products with the highest leverage. Seeing multiple experiences light up easily, providing immense value to end users, has been extremely satisfying. I highly encourage you to at least once in your career consider working on a platform. With that, I want to thank you for taking the time today to attend this webinar and listening about platform products. If you want to connect, discuss more topics on platform product management, you can reach me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to connect and discuss further. Thank you.